Hello, friends. So we're back at it again with more Danganronpa. I have to give you the game audio. Whoopsie doodle. Um, yeah. So last time we were here, we started to really get into things. We got our first murder. So it's finally time to really start seeing what this game is really about. So, let us get right back into this. Here we go. Took me a second to realize that I was screaming. That is a lovely screen to come back to. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then... everything went black. We are officially switching over to The Deadly Life, Chapter 1. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. You're awake. Finally, are you okay? Now's not the time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. Thanks, hero. The real one. Love you.
Well,
it's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? Oh yeah, right. Death. Murder. Grah. Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. Yikers. Not a good look. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Wait, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
Just give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. Yikes, Byakuya. Maybe, like, be a little nicer about it. No, I have to see for myself.
Why?
Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out with Jim at a time like this? Our friend, Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she was really gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now, either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on, don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But,
So...
I'm the one who convinced him to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without me.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong!
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. It's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life.
Listen up!
I'm famous in safari parks throughout the world for following the fair times one rule.
But...
Then, who did it? Who killed her?
Come on!
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Thanks, buddy. You're really helping us feel great about this whole situation, you know? Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began?
Yahoo!
One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
wrong.
Nope. Sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone. It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. I love... The greatest Byakuya voice line is just that, stop talking. Very powerful. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. Wow. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Huh?
Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's 'cause naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy. You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here.
Hey,
You're super
come
naive.
on now.
Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps.
You are referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you were talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep. It'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which, of course, means your school life will come to an end.
Yikers.
As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it. Well,
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, Hifumi, I think you can take a guess.
What?
It's execution. Execution?
What?
By execution,
Execution is execution. Execution!
Thanks, Monokuma, for really spelling it out.
Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
So, to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well,
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing, which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. New rule has been added to the regulations menu.
Hey!
Wait, hold on a second.
The hell are you talking
Fucking
about?
insane, you know that?
Huh?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you talking about?
Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be part of this.
I don't believe it!
So selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. Then,
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
yikes, Juko.
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation.
Yeah, this is not gonna end well.
I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help to me, godly spear, Gunyear.
Oh.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't. This can't be real. No way!
Well now.
Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess we all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am.
Yeah, we get it, Monokuma.
Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you best obey those school regulations.
Okay. I'll do my best. Yuko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Yuko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, is dead. She died. She'd been murdered, yeah. Not a good look. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
Great! It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. Yeah, I think there was a little more to it than that, buddy-o. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? Yeah, I changed my mind. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. You're great. I love
I
you.
knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time. Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? No.
Carrot?
Come on. What do you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help in your search for the Blackened. Ta-da! This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it
The Monokuma File!
Exactly. I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
Wait, so then you know who killed Saya? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
correct.
It's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. We really don't, because if we don't, we all die. Which I think is not something we want to have happen. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. I don't know if we're gonna make it into the class trial, because we have to go through all of the investigation. We're gonna see how far we get. You have arrived, Kitty. Hello. Yeah, you missed a little bit of the murder stuff. Basically, Junko got mad at Monokuma and, decided to take matters into her own hands, and then Monokuma decided that violence against the headmaster was not allowed, as per the rules. And, then she kind of got impaled. Was not a good time. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. Yay. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable, and yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey,
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. Oh, they are? They're a little loud? I can turn the game down. Maybe perhaps. Yeah, this game is a little loud. A little bit noisy. Hopefully that's a little better. Excellent. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
in other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened. Yeah, Celeste really doesn't know how to read the room, does she?
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strengths. Strengths? Strengths. We're getting multiple strengths from this one saying. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Woo! It's time to get investigating. Let's discuss the elephant in the room. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever, it's really real? Yeah. Unfortunately, Yasuhiro. Hell no. Someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that? Yeah, feel like it's kind of been a while, my guy. Where's Toko? Toko's in the background. There she is. She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. You feel me? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. Uh-oh.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us. Seeing Chihiro sad makes me sad. She's so sweet. I love her.
Let me out
Come on, man. Let me out of here. Come on, someone let me out. Yikes. I'm sorry, Hiro. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon, unfortunately. We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. Hey, Mondo, what's up?
Huh?
Is this really happening?
Don't fuck with me.
Screw that piece of shit bear. Yeah, the sentiment is shared.
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Yeah, dumb bear. Meanie bear. We hate that bear. Or else we're all dead.
Oh.
So you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm.
Ah.
What? She's right.
Eh?
Then, could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
What the heck?
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. Byakuya is not messing around. He said we are doing this and we're doing it right. So we're really gonna try and find out who did it? Taka, what's up? If we find out who did it, then only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution.
What the heck?
That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid!
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. Okay, Mondo. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no. We can't just leave him there alone.
what?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. But fuck you!
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op base defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Oh my gosh. Nerd? Hifumi's a nerd? That's crazy. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
so then.
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. Yeah, Yeah. Then me calling someone a nerd is very silly. That's very funny, actually. If we get this wrong,
So,
well, do I really have to say anymore?
actually,
I'd rather you didn't, no.
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. Bye, Byakuya. And just like Kyokyo? That's, no. Incorrect. Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I'd better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now and they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
You're fucking
it
dead.
better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will fuck them up. Okay, Mondo. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
so,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
Don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is very suspicious.
It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next? Why would I... Okay. Toko, let's think about this. Even if it were me, okay, which it is not, why would I kill you in front of everybody else here?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. Thank you, Aoi. Thank you. That's true. We may as well at least check, just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Okay. Mean. A little mean. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. Their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
solution is execution.
Can you imagine if,
Execution!
like, trials worked like this in real life? You have to get it right. Someone, like, knows what the truth is, like the judge knows exactly what happened, and you have to get it right, otherwise everyone else receives whatever punishment that the guilty party was supposed to get, and then the guilty party just gets to walk free. Weird.
Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Official investigation time. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizuno. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So now we get truth bullets that will help us when we get to the class trial, whenever that may be. No way, I seriously don't want to die here. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. I don't think he ever will be. Aren't you going to help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Yeah. Yeah, that. That is basically the same thing, other than the damn it, why is this happening? Cool. Let's get out of the gym. I think the best place to investigate the crime is where it happened. Won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. Yeah, nice. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Well, let's take a look-see. Key on the ground, it has my name on it, so it must be my room key, if I remember correctly. Ah, that's right, we'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So, how did the killer... Yeah! More truth bullets. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing lots of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Cool. Look at us go, making progress. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Yikes. Right now, things are clearly not looking very great for, the me department. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Okay. Toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. Can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be
What?
building fucking furniture, right? I don't know. Maybe somebody gets bored, decides to build a shelf. I don't know what you'd build the shelf out of, to be honest, though. I don't think we've seen anything you could build a shelf out of yet, other than, like, if you took apart stuff that is already just laying around. Yeah, just take apart the other furniture and use that to make a shelf. So you haven't used yours either, then?
What?
Not just me. Nobody's
What?
busted theirs out yet, far as I know. Yeah, just get rid of the desk. You don't need it. Just turn all the parts into a shelf. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Cause, like, why the hell would we? Okay. Cool. So that's information. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? Okay. I mean, I guess. Maybe. This is... okay. Plus, the sword's been taken out, so it's just the sheath, but, huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. To get the gold flecks off of their hands? That is a possibility. That's a possibility. It did look like it was used. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So, why are there scratches on the sheath? Let's see. Is there anything else over here? Let's talk to the people. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Mondo, what's
By the
up?
way.
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anybody found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a
That
bitch.
dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. Mondo drinks his respect women juice every morning.
You're fucking
So if
dead.
I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. What if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Okay. Kyoko, how's it going? Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing?
Hey!
Isn't it obvious?
What's up?
No, not really. I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
Dude, can you, like, take a moment, acknowledge everything that is happening around you? You are in the middle of a crime scene. What do you think she is searching for? I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. Makoto, you have a brain. I know you do. Please use it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood straight up and said,
Listen.
"Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Very unusual, you say? Unusual? What do you mean?
so
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looks like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanliness. It's a truth bullet. Alright, well, let's get to the important stuff, I guess. Bathroom. On the other side of this door. Another dimension, apparently, because everything was different colors. No. I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Yikers. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Alright. This is the, like, I think only time you actually get to look at the inside of Makoto's bathroom. Water from the showers gets turned off at nighttime. I think that's everything of importance other than the obvious one. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Sayaka's wrist. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Okay. Okay, that's the same thing. Whoopsie. My bad. Love accidentally clicking on the same things. Alright. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? Let's see. Let's find out. There's just the two things to look at. Let's get out of the bathroom. Let's not stare at the body for too long. Looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. Never seen something written in blood before. Really was her final message. As if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Dying message. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who's better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you must mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit the frame quite right. Man, who knew this could be plot relevant? Who would have guessed that the fact that my room is different could somehow come into play? I definitely didn't see that one coming. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Cool. The bathroom door frame.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite quit the frame? Okay. The door's quitting the frame, but it never quite makes it there. But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Yeah, it doesn't look quite right. The doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing? My bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all of this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. Bye, I guess. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Kyoko, you know what's going on here, I assume. I don't think anyone else does, if you've spoken to literally anybody. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks. If they'll even talk to me, that is. Alright, so... the one thing he said was to go check out Sayaka's room. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. This is definitely my room. Nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? There's something strange going on here. Hey, what's up with you guys?
Seems like
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said that Sayaka was killed in your room. Just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Oh, they're probably both just gonna say, hey, did you look at the nameplates? Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Maizono doing in your room? Let me just say this. I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. Do you really think I'm guilty? Yes, okay, so that's a hint to go to the trash room eventually. Can I go in here now? Thank you. Because we want to get that DVD. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep. DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. Why is the bed where it is? I think it's supposed to be like the bed is kind of in the center of the room, which again is a strange design choice. I'm not gonna question that the placement of the bed is definitely odd, but I don't think it's like meant to be directly in front of the desk chair, so like you can't sit in it. I think it's just because the way this game is, because it's all designed to be like sort of like a pop-up book. It just looks like it's like right there, right in front of it. I do think there's more space there. I think. Who knows, honestly. Sorry, Sayaka. Need to borrow this DVD. Alright, there's literally nothing else relevant in here. It was just where I was staying, you know? Okay. So... Oh, hi, Byakuya. I did not... Byakuya's gonna be the one character that consistently I will never know, like, where he is, but then suddenly I'll just turn around and he's just standing there. So, why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? Byakuya, no. No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Yeah, that sounds very much like him. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? You're just mean, I think, is the answer to that question. The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? She's dead because of me? Then it should have been me that died? Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. If that's really true, then I think Byakuya is just mean, is actually what's going on here. So let's go to the AV room, since we have Sayaka's disc, so we can watch it. This feels mean, but it must be done. Oh, hi Taka, how's it going? Buddy-o? Buddy chum pal?
Listen to me.
Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's room has a nameplate on it to show whose room it is, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens. Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget Beam! Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Ha ha ha! Okay. Alright, once again, telling you to look at the nameplates, which we already got that truth bullet, so. Let's watch someone else's DVD. This feels mean. This feels mean. We're snooping. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. How many times can we say DVD? Push play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then an image slowly appeared. Looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with the friends he said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Mizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band.
Dumb, stupid bear.
For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful.
But then what, Monokuma? Lay it on me. Suddenly, the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. Yikers! What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. What I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls, who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight.
Okay.
For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? It's a good question. Is there nothing left for me to do here? Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna double check there's nobody just like chilling, hanging around these parts. Okay. No. Run. So the next place we wanted to check, there's two more, so thinking about where the weapon could have come from and the trash room. Well, it was a knife. Where do we find knives? Gee, I wonder. Oh, hi, Owie. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. Great detective work, Hina. I'm so proud. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. She was just chilling in the dining hall? I mean, I guess that's fair. I see something amiss with this. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or? I'd better see if anyone here knows more about it. Gee, I wonder where it could have possibly ended up. There definitely isn't a place where a knife was lodged in someone's chest. Hina did say she was hanging out in the dining hall, though, so she might know something. Hey, so, did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to watch my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. You should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Yay! Aoi can back us up. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
I mean,
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So, when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Well, okay. Alright. Let's go check out the trash room. Hi, Byakuya. How's it going? Groove. Investigation tunes. Alright. There's a sturdy gate here, no way to get past. It's the end of the line. Yeah, I do enjoy the little animation of the incinerator kind of just waddling backwards. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open? No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
You can't go any further.
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
He's just gonna say the same thing. This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
You can't go any further.
Cleaning duty is a truth bullet. Great. I'm glad. Well, let's go find out who is on cleaning duty. Hey, friends. Looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? Okay. Thanks, Ifumi. Just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. I mean, I guess that's fair. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room?
Here we go.
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room? And only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So, in other words,
Actually. Anyone who kills a fellow student? Yeah. This little rule.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone can go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Byakuya, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and correct me if I'm wrong, but I personally would not consider the murder of one of my fellow students to be boring, even if we know who did it. Just gonna put that one out there.
Hey,
Boring.
listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, fatty, why do you want the cleaning duty gig anyway? Okay, let's calm down. I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal? Yeah, don't bully Hifumi. Liar, I know why you did it.
Is it like
You want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, poking around at it. Leon, that's mean. You're mean. What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
you know what I mean?
There's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D. Yeah, Hifumi gets intense. After spending a significant time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures. Don't worry about it. It's fine. There was Steam. That was a thing. He is drooling. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, then there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? It's not how it's supposed to... Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you're on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. Yeah, let's just move on. Let's move on. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. I don't think we've had the opportunity to do that. I think there's kind of been a murder, and I also think that maybe we should focus on solving that murder before we worry about me helping you save a village. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife, learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. What are you talking about? Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Ifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then... an awful shrieking noise. However, Mr. Naegi, surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along! No. Just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. Also, you are literally standing right here. You can confirm with your own eyes whether or not I attempt to destroy evidence. And I'm pretty sure if I did, they would believe you, considering everyone else clearly already has it out for me. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world? What? Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. Yeah. Ruh-roh. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. Looks like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece? Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? No. Incorrect. I'm pretty sure that's just a sleeve. Yeah. Part of this is a sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff. I think we should all kind of work together to tape Hifumi's mouth shut. I feel like it would benefit everyone involved. That's an excellent idea. Let's do it. Let's all do it. This is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece. Let's look at the incinerator itself. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Ah, and it's on right now. You see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so you make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. I think it was not. Hifumi, do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No, you said that last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Ah, yes. About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory. Well, please put that memory to good use and help us investigate so that we don't murder all of us accidentally.
I feel as if...
I forgot he does that with his voice sometimes. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet... So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Cool. Buttons. Green button turns it on, the yellow button turns it off. Or so it seems, anyway. What is this? There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this
Yeah. Is that? Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. This is not Dragon Ball. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mita girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Is that... I'm trying to figure out if that's meant to be a Homestuck reference. Mina is definitely a character in Homestuck. But I don't know if that's the right Mina I'm thinking of. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. Better go find out for sure. It's a shattered crystal ball. I wonder who a crystal ball could possibly, perhaps, belong to. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't here, I'm assuming is what that's meant to say.
Completely unforgivable.
What does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? I will not, because I had nothing to do with it. Why me?
That's it.
Everyone
I'm
already
sure
knows
of it.
you did it. All the mysteries are being solved, one by one. I actually think they're not. I think that things are getting more confusing if you try to put me as the culprit with all this information that we're getting. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree there, Makoto. Anything else to look at? This. That's a huge trash can. Is that where we're supposed to put whatever trash we can't burn? Well, whatever it's for, it doesn't look like it's hiding any clues. We got a mono coin. Did we actually just talk to Hifumi? Hey, Mr. Naegi, you seem a little down. Huh? Really? If you need help lifting your spirits, call on me anytime. Why?
Come on.
Yeah, okay. I'd rather not read your collection of smut. I would rather not. I would absolutely rather jump in the incinerator, I think. Yeah. Okay, well, if it's a crystal ball, you know who, would probably have a crystal ball? Maybe the fortune teller guy. Only my beloved, my favorite character in all of this entire game, Mr. Yasuhiro Hagakure. Hi, Taka. Bye, Taka. We're not speaking right now. I'm going to find the best boy. All my favorite characters are the dumb ones. In all of the Danganronpa games, my favorite characters are always the stupid ones. They're very silly. Yep. Okay, cool. Not relevant. I was thinking maybe, since that's where the sword came from. Oh yeah, there's a corpse in here. Whoops. Forgot about that. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gotta break free. We're breaking free. Soaring. Flying. Okay, sorry. Hero, snap out of it. Good. Herm? Huh? Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Ah! That's my crystal ball! I don't think that was a serenade. I think that was torture for your ears, honestly. Me singing a song from High School Musical. But it's all smashed. What the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So, how did it break? I think you got scammed, my friend. Was it actually just made of glass? And not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? I think crystal would break too? Okay, he did get held back a few years. I think we're all starting to see why. He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Is that seriously all BS? Yeah, I think I am almost positive you got scammed. Let's put that aside for now. Yeah, let's not crush his dreams. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. Probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Alright, it's been updated. That will happen as you find more information about things. You'll be able to update your truth bullets. It'll all do it manually. I can only imagine how awful that would be if you had to, like, physically go in and be like, yeah, we have to add new information about this thing. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years came out to be like $1 million. Whoo. Yeah. It's pretty cheap actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get
Monokuma
started,
gets bored.
It's time for the long-awaited
What if I say no?
class trial!
So we're probably gonna be able to yeah, it's only 9:20. We'll be able to start this. Definitely for sure will not get through it. Class trials are
Now
long.
then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Yeah, you remember that ominous red door?
See you soon.
That's where we're headed. Hate those red doors. Red door on the first floor. You mean the only floor we've been able to be on? That's where I should go. No. Where I have to go. Alright. Whoa. Crazy how I just, like, teleported way outside of the gym. Here we go, boys. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. Save the jumping to conclusions? Or, like, actually finding out what really happened. There we can reveal all the details of Makoto's crime. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. You really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then.
Yeah.
Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided.
Whoa.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Now it is time to get judicial.
Why?
So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh?
Impossible.
Damn. We really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
Hey,
There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future. Step into the future? Whoa. Let's get started.
Got it.
Relax, I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Aw, thanks, Taka. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. Hey, listen, not 100% is better than 100%, you know? Sorry, in the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her?
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder what whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. Yeah, that's a good question. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her. Very impressive. Hi, Byakuya. How's it going? Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready? So the school basement has become the darkened stage. Why do you speak? We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Nyagi's final curtain call. I ask again, why do you speak?
you know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. Counting on the rest of you from here on out. Alright. Well, let's see if we can get any mono coins out of this. Surveillance camera. Can't waste time on this right now. Can't think about the monitor right now. I need to concentrate on what's about to happen. So no mono coins for me, I guess. Darn. It's okay, we'll get a lot of them after this. Guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. A steel box descended with heavy, clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? I feel like this is actually a very, very cartoony recreation of a courtroom. Not quite accurate. It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Dude, shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well, now.
Okay, okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. I really like your spelling of stupid and bear. Good job. I've never seen stupid spelled like that, but I might have to start doing that. Hurry up now, hurry up. Don't rush me. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. Oh great, I get to stand next to Hifumi and the picture of a dead girl. That's great. Taka's surrounded on both sides by dead people. That's unfortunate. Seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. His hair triangle? It's okay. Also, don't insult his hair. He'll thwack you. Which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. Why does Byakuya look like that? That's what I want to know. So the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. Deadly riddle. Deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Woo! It's class trial time. It's actually time for our pre-trial prep, which allows me to set some skills. Yes. Thank you. Give me attentive influence. Skills let you do fun things throughout the trial that help you. Melodious voice increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. That's helpful during the bullet time battle. Yes, please. Vocabulary increases bullet capacity. Oh yeah, we want vocabulary, and that's all we have. So that's good. Got our skills. Got our e-handbook. Here we can review our truth bullets, so we can look at everything. Monokuma file. I mean, we did this all in one sitting, so I'm not too concerned. Obviously, if your investigation time is broken up, I definitely recommend going through all the truth bullets before. Let's make sure it all saved. Good. And with that, let's finish our preparations and get right into our very first class
Let's begin
trial.
with a basic explanation of the class trial.
And these are fully voice
your
acted.
Votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Blah, blah,
then
blah, we
I'll
all die.
punish everyone besides
Yes,
the blackened.
we are
and
aware.
The one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Good job,
And the
Monokuma.
killer really is one of us, right?
I guess that is a good question to get out of the way first.
Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Taka, I don't think that's gonna
Don't
work.
be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Of course, Kyoko, anything. Let's just look
What's
at the
going on with
dead people's
those
faces.
pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates. Okay. but
Yikes.
What about
Hifumi,
that
don't
other empty seat?
speak.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here
Yeah,
can technically fit up to
Hifumi is-
16 people.
We don't like him.
Okay, that about
It's fine.
does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
The preamble.
First up is the case summary.
We the people,
Let the
in order to
class
form a
trial
more perfect union,
begin.
establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and I'm literally singing through the Schoolhouse Rock song in my head right now. I don't remember what comes after that. But anyway, don't mind me just reciting the preamble to the Constitution. It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, just so I remember what I'm... Oh, I meant to hit absolutely. Whoops. Here we go, I guess. It's okay, I don't get the opportunity to focus just yet. And I only get one truth bullet. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Great observation.
You know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the
Ooh.
bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Okay. Good, good, good.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No.
No, that's wrong.
Welcome to No That's Wrong, the game.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way
Remember.
things had been damaged. I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying
I need to, like,
Sayaka
turn up
wasn't
the
helped by the
voices,
guys in
I
the
think.
bathroom?
They're very quiet. For me, anyway. And I hope they're not, like, super quiet for you, but I am going to turn them up a little bit so you can oh my god, it's all the way up. Let's turn down the other things. Okay.
she must
That's
have been
better.
attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The
Okay.
killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Well, Byakuya, maybe you should just be nice for a change and let
Sorry.
people ask
Okay,
questions.
so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
I think that's kind of the point. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Back at it again, boys. Kitchen knife set. Whoa. Once again, we only have one truth bullet. I wonder which one we're gonna use.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
You guys do know what knives are,
That is
right?
the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
It's make sure there's not a
How
second.
could anyone do
Yeah,
something
okay,
like that?
cool.
That son of a bitch.
Great. Excellent. I feel like what I just heard is different from what I already know. Yeah. Great.
So what was used to kill her?
I can...
Some kind of without a doubt. That is the murder weapon.
So the
You can
killer used some
speed
random
things
knife they
up
had?
with the control button. So if you miss it, like, you know exactly what statement you have to hit. Then obviously you can
No,
hit that.
I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Look at Makoto go.
A kitchen knife?
He's really getting into this whole
After the
thing.
murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Yep, there's, yeah.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
I know who can help us out.
Makoto killed her, right?
Hey, okay, mean.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Oh my god, you guys.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Thank you, Kyoko. Kyoko's got my back.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
Yes, best friend Kyoko.
You really believe that?
Yes, she's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer, and I feel like I would know that better than anybody. It's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, this is... Yes, because I hit the wrong button last time. Concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down. Cool. Top of that, it'll steady your aim. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. The focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. I probably won't need to concentrate, because... unless things start getting really wild. At least in this first class trial, I don't think I'll necessarily need to
So
concentrate.
I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall. And then
Bonk,
he
that's
went and
probably what I
stabbed
have to
Sayaka
shoot.
with it.
So he really did do it.
Yes, and it's been decided.
Incorrect.
We've reached the end.
No, that is literally the only statement. I keep expecting there to be more statements for me to have the possibility of shooting. I'm sorry. There were proof. There is proof. I have it
So I guess
right
there's
here in
no
my
question
hand.
that the
But where does that...
Makoto must have taken it. He did it in secret.
No, that's wrong.
Look at me shooting without even pressing the spacebar button to
Okay,
concentrate.
wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right?
That is what I'm
Go
gonna say.
ahead and say it all.
But I'm
if you
also
want.
gonna say that someone else can actually back me up on
Well,
that one.
what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
We about a huge brain this. Well, I went to go and get some tea from the kitchen last night. All the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. Saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
Was I over there?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Byakuya, we do
No,
not
he
need
definitely
your
wasn't there.
sass
The knife
right now.
disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Yes.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl?
Mean.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
You are mean, Toko.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Ask the bear.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So basically, even if you have a
So,
friend
in
to help
other
you out.
words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Yes, that. Kyoko's words exactly.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But
I mean,
what if they did work
yeah, I was gonna
together
say, not if they
and
didn't
just didn't know
know.
about the rule?
Good grief. Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Alright, thanks,
Did I
Monokuma.
say that out loud?
Thank you for the
Anyway,
hint.
I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
This is fair.
I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Knowing this earlier may have helped.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
Hina, we need you
I
to
stayed
talk.
in Hina's room last night.
Oh?
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means
Best
we
friends.
have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Nope.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Chihiro coming through with the rules.
I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
Taka.
It's unwholesome!
Taka.
But I'm a girl.
Yeah.
You are? Oh my god, I'm so
Uh-huh.
sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
do
that's
tell.
true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Yeah, his
Why
use of the
didn't you
term
say so in the first place?
unwholesome. I do enjoy.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here. You talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen would have had to have been Sayaka.
Then Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Byakuya. You're making this hard on me, my friend.
He did do it after all.
Why are you blushing?
No, you're wrong.
Why was she blushing when she
How
said
you
that?
twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
What? No.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Homie, I'm just lucky. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you
Best
say?
friend Kyoko out here having my back.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
I know what
And
she's
until we
talking
unravel that
about.
little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering?
Got
What the hell are you
15
talking
minutes.
about?
She's
Something
the
was missing
only
from
one
the
who
scene of
has
the crime
any
that by all
idea
rights
what's
should
going
have
on.
been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I do. She says, looking directly into the camera. Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Oh, I need to hear more. I forget how the Hangman's Gambit works in this game. As things advance further in a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce from the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim, then press the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, you run out of time, you fail. The influence gauge is like the hearts that you see during the battle part. It's essentially your health. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the crime scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. Alright guys, allow me to play a game in my brain real quick, while you guys all stand around and do nothing, and wonder what the heck I'm doing. Whoopsies. I need an R. Epic. Hair.
Now I understand.
I think this one, the Hangman's Gambit, at least so far, isn't so bad. I don't remember if it gets worse, but I know the second game is obnoxious with it.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit,
Why would I
scrape
scrape my own hair off of my room?
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
Correct.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been
But
there.
the body was still
makes
there,
sense, does it
so
not?
why would that matter?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Exactly.
Yes, very true, very true. Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
I don't know.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are
Heck
one and the
yeah.
same.
Kyoko, once again,
Makoto
having
is
my
the
back.
culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Well, I'm sure if you look around, there's more evidence that would say that,
No.
hey,
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
thank you. Exactly.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Yes, I do.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first.
I remember
then
something
fled into
remarkable about the bathroom.
right?
The fact that the
Yeah,
whole
then
freaking
they ran
doorknob
after her,
was
got into the
practically
bathroom,
torn
and
off.
stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Yes.
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Correct.
There was clear evidence left behind.
I
remember,
do.
Makoto?
The whole doorknob was like practically non-existent. Wherever it is. Bathroom doorknob. It's right click to present the item.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yes.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for
The-
my bathroom.
The doorknob
it was
to the
completely
bathroom.
broken.
You-
See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
The one thing
Oh,
that I
yeah,
find
true.
funny is that
What does it mean?
they make this like comment. Like, you see how it's like unscrewed? What do? Bring the whole bathroom door with them? That was the one thing that never made sense to me about this game. They're just like, you see this, and it's like, no, we are in a completely different part of the building. How would I see that? What?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Correct.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
There is, actually.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? It's a bit more... Okay. Yeah, what are you gonna tell me this time? Is it about white noise? Oh no, it's number of weak spots will start going up. No matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie of contradiction. Trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, you'll also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. This is important because if your influence gauge is 0, you fail. Yeah. Have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Tutorial bot tells you to have fun every time. Good luck and have fun. Alright, bathroom door frame. So we were looking at which one is false. Blatantly untrue.
Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Uh-huh, that's true.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
That's...
because Sayaka had locked it.
Aha!
And finally...
I know which one is false. I like to see these all the way through now.
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
Here. Obviously, my bathroom door wouldn't open. But the real reason for that is
the incident took place
my funky little.
She then fled into the.
Then the killer ran, and they got into the bath. At that point, the killer had to
I
try
like
and bust
hearing
down the door because Sayaka had locked it.
Mondo's voice in fast because he's like, he sounds like he's on helium, and it's very silly.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
Whoa.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
See, my bathroom door is a little
Because it was
funky.
stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right.
Sounds like my bedroom door.
Monokuma over there can testify to that.
My bedroom door also doesn't fit in the frame
True
quite
as
right.
true can
But it
be.
has the opposite problem from Makoto's bathroom door. It doesn't close all the way. It just stops. Like there's like this much space, very little, between like where my door ends and where the door frame begins, because it just doesn't fit right.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky
Yeah, no,
student.
I'm not allowed to
But to
have my door
such a
shut because it
cruddy
just
door.
doesn't work.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was
We'll
just
just
because it was
ignore
stuck.
Monokuma.
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Yes.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
A tee-hee-hee. Probably 'cause
Everyone
it-
should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
I mean, if Sayaka was in there,
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important
that
detail
and
about the scene of the
one
crime.
other thing. One important detail? Something the killer didn't know. They're convinced the door was locked. Which means the important detail the killer didn't know was that the crime took place in my room.
The
killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What?
Huge braining it.
You saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
Ah, but you see,
Inconceivable.
it actually
And
is
yet,
conceivable.
He's absolutely right.
Say what?
Hey, remember
Well,
how you
to
guys
be
were
more
telling me that
specific,
the nameplates
what
looked
the killer
weird?
didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
Correct. See, now we're getting somewhere.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But
yeah,
the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do.
Exactly.
Since I would have known
Thank
exactly
you.
why it wasn't
See,
open.
now we're getting
right?
somewhere. We are finally getting to the
is
point.
A definite possibility.
Yes,
So the
Byakuya,
killer would
accept
have to
the
be
fact
someone
that
who
you are
didn't know
wrong.
they'd switched rooms?
Ha.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time.
Okay, then who did do it?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
I give up. Quit without saving.
Not recommended.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
We all die.
Why don't we just vote right now?
No.
Majority rules.
No. Bad idea.
Majority rules? You
Bad
really
plan.
Think that's a good idea?
Taka, I love you,
Our
but bad
necks are on the
plan.
line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Shoot.
Oh, you.
Hey, don't be
You
mean.
sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Thanks, Taka. You don't have to look so aggressive
yeah.
when saying that, though.
Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the
This
first place?
is a good question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I mean,
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
yeah, and also,
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
correct.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
What?
They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just
The problem,
let him in.
Sayaka
No,
was scared
that
half
can't
to
be it either.
death.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Sounds like I know exactly what I'm talking
Why
about.
exactly can't that be it?
Reason there's no way Sayaka invited her killer into the room. I already have the answer. Oh. Let's see. Information. That's originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone attempted to force their way into her room and she became frightened.
I got it.
Yeah, that one talks about how she was
Because
scared.
Sayaka was already scared, remember?
Yeah.
That's why she asked me to switch rooms.
Mission
in the first
don't
place.
take damage. That's what I'm trying to do. There's an achievement for that. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? True dat.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Seemed pretty real to me, Chief.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still
At
deny
what?
the possibility?
What are you about to show us? Something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
I have to wonder what compelled you in the first
I've totally
place.
seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
Kyoko's like out here
When
huge
I saw
braining
that, I
it,
was
and
like,
we're all
"Holy
like,
crap. I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on."
we're all like, what's going
It's a
on?
pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
Yo, indeed they can.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Makoto's room.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
And it is now 10 p.m., which, by Monokuma standards, means that it is officially nighttime. And that we will be saving and continuing this next Saturday. Yeah. We're into it. We're getting into it. You're really starting to see what Danganronpa is and the nonsense that comes to be because of it. Yeah, but get your brains thinking. I want to hear your theories next time about like who you think did it and like just some of the stuff you've noticed. I want to hear your guesses. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they'll give you like during class trials that help make things a little bit more clear. Obviously, information comes out during the trial that you wouldn't have gotten beforehand. But there's this case specifically, I believe in you. I believe in you. But yeah, I actually have an ending screen this time. So as it says, I will see y'all soon. Get your brains turning. Bye.